wants you to put those $5 bills in his belt.
There's the dance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's the mic right there. You're just going to introduce everybody? Where is he? Okay, first of all, let me say how glad we are to see this many people show up today. This is awesome. And thank you, Lord, that the weather has turned out great. We are the Ellis County Conservative Coalition. We are an affiliate of the Tea Party, but we are separate from the Tea Party, basically. We're a group of 4 conservative groups that came together and said, we're not going to work at cross purposes, let's just work together. So there's some announcements that we're going to make today, tell you about some things we've done, what we're doing, and where we hope to be going from here. Let me introduce some of the leadership. This is Gary Bennett. Wave.
Hey!
Harlan Bounds is over there on the grill. Where's Linda? Linda Bounds. Okay. TJ Fabby. TJ?
Hey!
And I'm Cindy Kelly. We've got some other people who are in the leadership, but they're not here right now. Gary Bennett is going to tell you about some things that we're doing and what we want to do, where we want to go from here, and so I'm going to turn the mic over to him. We are so glad to see you all here. Thank you for coming. And it's hot behind
you, so. It's good to see everyone here. We've got a lot of things that we're working on and wanted to bring you up to date a little bit. As Cindy said, there's been four different groups in Ellis County that's with the conservative movement. We found that we were working toward the same goals. We were duplicating efforts, duplicating expenses, and there's strength in numbers. We've decided to consolidate into one group and pool our resources. We're going to be targeting what we do toward one thing right now, and that's the November vote coming up. Well, those crucial votes that this country is going to face come November. If we don't succeed in changing the makeup of the Congress in November, we've got some real problems. But we can do it. But it's going to take everyone being active, talking to your neighbors, canvassing your neighborhoods, educating people about what's at stake. This is an example right here. I appreciate everyone being here. You know, there's 500 people on our mailing list. That's apathy. And we've got to counter that. That's the biggest disease we've got in this country is apathy. Before I go any further, we have some candidates here, and I'd like to go ahead and ask them to introduce themselves. I'm not familiar with all of them. We have some city council candidates, a state senate. Darren, I do know you, so why don't you just introduce yourself to everyone right quick.
Can I wash down my hamburger?
Go ahead, wash it down.
Gary, we got a school board candidate.
I know. I'm going to let everyone that's running make introduce themselves.
My name's Darren Yancey. I ran in the primary. I'm running for the special election, which is May 8th. Don't forget it. You can actually, I don't think you can still early vote today. You can do it Monday, you can do it Tuesday, or do it next Saturday. This is my wife, Carol. This is my oldest son, Dane. This is my daughter, Brenna. This is my youngest son, Gene, and somewhere around here I've got another son named Zach. So, thank you for being here. I don't really want to talk politics because I'm hungry. Come by and grab me. We'll talk.
Senate District 22, which be our state senator in Austin.
Oh, you're right.
I couldn't hear what he said.
Our state senator.
Yes.
Which come out against, what's his name that's name against?
Mr. Sibley?
Sibley. So you're running against Sibley?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Good. Did you put out any literature? Is there anything in the mailing? I got something from somebody today.
I'm a tightwad.
Well, then there's 3 candidates.
There's myself, there's Mr. Sibley, there's Mr. Birdwell, and there's a Democrat running as well. Well, but the reason I say this, it's very important that we turn out the Republican vote. Our district, if you look at the demographics, we are 3 Republicans to every 1 Democrat. We have 3 Republicans and 1 Democrat in this race, which means he has equal footing as the rest of us. If we do not turn out the vote in this race, that Democrat could win this race. And I know for a fact this fellow is working McLennan County like a dog right now, because I went down and seen his signs in areas where they'll get the turnout. They're very enthused to have a Democrat. Our turnout in our district right now, Republican-wise, is less than 1.5% of our registered Republicans. So it's important that not only you vote, tell 10 people who will tell 10 people, get out and vote, or you're going to have a very liberal professor from Baylor University be your sitting senator here in a couple of weeks. We don't want that.
Thank you for being here, Darren. Appreciate it. We have some city council candidates, I believe. If you'll just come forward, let everyone know who you are and what you're running for. They'll tell you in a minute what city.
I'm Duff Hale, and I'm running for City Council, Midlothian Place 4. You know, I think that some of the big issues facing our city...
Go over there and get the mic.
Here.
We can't hear you.
I think the issues that are facing our city are the same issues that are facing us across the country and across the state. Too much debt, taxes are too high, and people just don't seem to be interested. I heard something interesting this morning that I'll just share with you. So if you would raise your hand if you think that the most intrusive government that we have is the federal government. Would you raise your hand if you believe that? Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to disagree with you, but if you think about it, the most intrusive government that you've got is your local city government. Think about it. They pass ordinances, tell you where you can park your car, how tall your grass must be, where you can smoke, where you can't smoke. The most intrusive government that you face is your local city government. And that's why I'm running to try to do something about that to make Midlothian city government a little more friendly to the citizens. A lot of politicians believe that the people exist to give them power. I personally believe that whatever power politicians have, they have to protect the lives, liberty, and property of the citizens, and that's what I want to do. Thank you very much.
Let me have another candidate up here that's running. Anyone?
I'm Al Maples, and I'm running for Waxahachie City Council. I think the biggest issue facing Waxahachie this year is going to be their budget. As you know, we've had to furlough our city employees because of a shortfall in the budget. We had 3 things happen. One is they had a situation where they'd charged city tax to a company, and the company said, no, tax exempt. And they kept charging the city tax, and they kept paying the city tax, and they took it to court, and they won. So all the city tax had to be paid back, and that left them with a shortfall. Secondly, sales taxes have been declining each month, and that's a source of revenue for the cities. And thirdly, they've been spending a lot of money, and you've probably seen it in terms of buildings, building maintenance, and a lot of other issues that were decided a long time ago that are just now coming to place. So the city budget is under stress. Probably not as much as some cities, but it's still under stress. So that's the most current situation that needs to be handled